Hey everybody, what's up? It's Chapman here, and in this video, I'm going to show you guys a simple method in order to farm ominous keys. And after needing almost 90 of them just to get Windburst 3, this has kind of become an almost essential farm in Minecraft. Now, to start, the main room that you are looking for is going to be a room with multiple spawners inside of it. I like to start with this room right here because it has 3 spawners all side by side. But rooms like this are also a good choice because sometimes they have spawners hidden around the backside. So there is 4 spawners in this one room. So depending on the trial chamber, just pick a room, whichever one you want to start farming. You want to have anywhere from 3 to 5 inside the room so that way we can maximize getting our keys. You want to try to avoid spider spawners as well so that way we can make this as efficient as possible. And then these are the items that we are going to need. Now, for every single spawner, you are going to need to bring along a minecart with hopper, a rail, and another hopper. You're going to need to bring along your collection chest too as well. And for every spawner, you need a 5x5 area of either magma blocks or soul sand that is set on fire. So, depending on how many spawners that you do want to farm, bring along all of the extra materials that you need, plus some extra hoppers in order to connect up all of your little hopper chains. And then once you decide on which room you're going to do, just defeat your spawners. And then once you have them defeated, every single spawner that you have and want to farm, the first thing that you are going to do is you're going to dig out 2 blocks below it. You're going to place down a hopper with a rail on top of it, and then a minecart with hopper. And again, you're going to do that for every single spawner. And with those 3 minecart collectors in place, now what we're going to do is we're going to remove the floor around the minecarts and replace it with a 6x6 area of either magma blocks or soul sand. And then all we're going to do really quickly before these things reset is we are just going to go around and we are going to grab some of these copper blocks. And then we need to build a wall around these spawners and this magma block thing that we just built that is at least 2 blocks high or 3 blocks high if you have some spider spawners. And with that right there, we are literally ready to start farming these ominous keys. The only thing that we have to do now is we just need to close this in. We need to come underneath the farm that we just made and we need to dig all of this out and find out where our hoppers are. And then we need to just put down a chest with some hoppers running into that chest. It really doesn't matter how you do this. You can do it in whatever way that you want to. I have decided to go with that right there because that allows us to open up the chest. But with that right there, the farm is now officially ready. The only thing that we need to do is I need to go and close the other one because I have not turned it into a farm yet. And what we need to do for little single spawners, just like this, is we need to do the same thing that we did on the other ones. So we need to put down a hopper with a rail on top and then a minecart with hopper. We need to remove all of the blocks that are around the spawner and minecart. And then to have nobody escape from the spawner, we actually need to make the area around the spawner a 5x5 area with our magma blocks. And then with that in place, all we need to do again is just make another 2 high wall around the entire farm. I like to use these copper blocks right here because you can obviously see through them. And with that 5x5 area closed in, we are ready to farm. Now, if you would like to, you could obviously build these up a little bit higher because, yeah, that is a little bit sketchy. But now, with both of those enclosed with their magma blocks below them, all we need to do now is we just need to drink an ominous bottle in order to get these things activated. And just like that, as you can see, the farm is working. Now, it doesn't take long for these farms to just run themselves out. I mean, these guys bump themselves around. But eventually, as you can see, items do pop once the mobs just drop. And the only thing we have to worry about with this farm is just these slime. But I have a very simple solution for that. So you can see with this little layer right here, you can see that we have some slime that are escaping. Well, that is no problem because all we need to do to solve that is we just need to put down a crafting table, make ourselves some copper ingots, and then some trapdoors. And then all we're going to do is we're just going to line this farm with our trapdoors on the outside. And believe it or not, that is enough right there to stop the slime from escaping. But so far after that first round, we have no ominous keys. None. We didn't get any from it, but that's no problem because now while we wait for these things to respawn, this is when you increase the efficiency of this farm. Now, to do this, what you are going to do is you're going to try to find more rooms that have more spawners in them. You're going to try to remember which direction that they are. So, like, I know for sure that there's more spawners that way. And there's another room that is right through there that has 4 spawners inside of it. So what you're going to do is you're going to take note of kind of what area and where another room is that has lots of spawners in it. And then all you're going to do is just go digging for it. Now, this could take a little bit of time to set up, but I mean, as you can see, I have I actually found the room that I am looking for. Just like that. And then all you're going to do is just defeat all of these spawners. Oh, and look at, we got an ominous key. That is exactly what we were going for. And once you have them defeated, all you need to do is just lock them in so that no mobs can get out. Then you're just going to grab a hopper, some minecart with hoppers, and some rails. And you're going to repeat that same build process that we did for the other spawners. Don't forget that you can actually use the materials from the trial chambers in order to actually build these farms and make them and kind of decorate them how you want to. And then just turn any other spawner that you see into a farm. But with my 5x5 area all enclosed with my minecarts in place, ready to pull the items down, the only thing that we need to do now is we need to connect this room to the other room that is up through that wall that we just came from. And we're going to do that using some rails and a minecart to shuffle our butt around. And what you need to do is you need to set your rails up so that way you come by each of these spawners here. You need to set it up so that way you come by these spawners nice and slowly. So that way, as you're coming by here, you're actually going to activate all of them as you come through. So what I suggest you do is you first just bring along some regular rails and then run a rail system from one room up to the other room and then pass each one of these spawners in order to get them activated. Now, this is going to take a little trial and error on your part. So what I like to do is I like to just actually sit in a minecart from one end right here and then start from one end and basically see if I can make it from one end to the other. But it helps if I power the rails that are right here. And so far with that simple minecart setup right there, I think I can make it. Oh, look at me. I definitely can make it. Okay, but from here, the only thing that you need to do is you need to just basically sit inside this cart. You need to keep track of your trial omen and what time that it is, so that way you can come back and reactivate another bottle when it does run out. And you need to decide if you're going to connect more rooms up to this thing. So right now, we're currently farming 8. We're farming 8 spawners in total. And really, the only thing that you need to do from here is you just need to connect up whatever type of storage system that you want in order for you to actually collect your keys from the chests when they do get pulled down from the minecarts. But other than that, we're farming, everybody. We're farming. And really, the only thing that you need to pay attention to is you need to pay attention to any spawners that might not be activating when you go by them on the minecart. And if there isn't any that are activating, the only thing that you need to do is you just need to loop the minecart system around to it. So like, for instance, it doesn't look like this one here is spawning. So what I'm going to have to do is probably loop the minecart system up and around like that, so that way I get closer to that spawner as I come through. And with that, that should be plenty close in order for us to activate that and collect all of the items from it. And remember, if you have any issues with slime whatsoever, all you need to do is just take your trapdoors and you need to just run them around the bottom row of your farm. I think it might only be when you're using these copper blocks right here that you can see through, but it doesn't hurt to just run some trapdoors around the entire farm just to be safe, so that way you don't get knocked off by some slime. And now, after those 8 spawners running again, we happen to only have 2 keys. What? So don't be afraid to connect up more rooms and get more spawners going at once off of one ominous bottle. Because honestly, this could take some time. And don't be afraid to decorate these rooms however you want. I mean, you can see over here on the hardcore room, I have completely emptied these rooms out and given myself a regen beacon plus a resistance beacon. And ultimately, this is the way. This is how you farm yourself some keys, everybody. A roller coaster system that just activates absolutely everything when you get near it. But that's it. Your ominous key farm, everybody. Set this little thing up, connect all of your rooms in order to get all of the ominous keys that you can from one trial omen, and then go and get your win burst. Leave a like, don't forget to subscribe, Chapman Official, if you guys need anything, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Okay, wait, I lied. We're not done yet, okay? I'm going to show you guys a little trick to do with Tweakeroo if you have it installed, okay? If you have Tweakeroo installed and you want to be able to run this farm for hours, like overnight, without having any problems and just come back to like 100 ominous keys, here's what you do. Open up your Tweakeroo settings, okay? And in generic, look for a setting that says periodic hold use interval. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go over to Google and you're going to go to Chapman tick calculator and you're going to open up the tick calculator. And what you're going to do is you're going to put in 1 hour and 40 minutes, which is the duration or the time that it takes for a bad omen ominous 5 bottle to run out. And that is going to be 100 minutes. And you can see that that is telling us that 100 minutes is 120,000 Minecraft ticks. And back in Tweakeroo, what we're going to do is we're going to put 120,000 into that box right there. Then we're going to go over to tweaks and we're going to do the same thing. And we're going to find out where it says periodic hold use. And we're going to give that a hotkey. And then from here, all we have to do now is just make sure that we have our bad omen 5 bottle in our hands. We're going to drink our bad omen bottle. And then we're going to activate our periodic hold use on. Then we just need to sit our butts in our minecart, and as long as we are holding our bad omen 5 bottle and we have the periodic hold use on and set to 120,000 ticks, it doesn't matter. As long as we have a bottle in our hand, every 1 hour and 40 minutes, we are going to re-drink a brand new ominous 5 bottle, reactivating our trial omen. And with that, we can literally just sit here all night on our butts and farm ominous keys and not have to do a single thing. It's actually kind of amazing. Now, if you are going to do that, you may want to bulk up some of these farms and make them a little bit, like maybe double up the walls or something like that, just to ensure that nobody is going to escape from these farms while you are running around and you're AFK and you're not doing anything, especially if you're on a hardcore world. You know, you can make these cages a little bit more dense, but literally with that, you are set. And all you have to do now is just sit here, come back, check your chests, and hopefully you're sitting on hundreds of ominous trial keys. These are ridiculous. Windburst is so ridiculous to get, but that's it. I'm out of here. Love you. Peace. Bye.